moments ago, NVIDIA making a $5 billion or agreeing to investment in Intel, a partnership. The deal does not include an agreement for Intel to manufacture NVIDIA chips. NVIDIA and Intel will, however, develop PC and data center chips, according to a news release that was just out. And my immediate question, Jensen Huang's over there right now at the state dinner, right?
Yeah.
Did the government, you see any of meddling here with this, or is it?
I don't know. I mean, of course, we know that America is a shareholder going forward in Intel, but you mentioned it.
Passive, supposedly.
Yeah. What's interesting here is that how the Intel stock is moving on this. This is not what some people might have hoped for, which is an agreement between NVIDIA and Intel for Intel Foundry to manufacture NVIDIA's leading AI chips, right? And Intel really wants to have this leading-edge foundry, much of it in America, manufacturing the most advanced chips. This isn't what this appears to be. This appears to be an agreement for Intel to use its x86 computer, CPU technologies to connect to what NVIDIA makes. And both on the PC side and then on the data center side, that what some would consider older school PC and data center brain connecting to NVIDIA's new school AI brains. But perhaps some of the enthusiasm is hope. Okay, well, if they're talking about this, maybe they'll talk about some of the other stuff. $5 billion is not a ton of money for the amount of investment Intel needs in its foundry business if it's going to manufacture leading edge in the U.S. So $5 billion doesn't particularly move the needle. We're talking tens of billions of dollars that Intel needs invested there.
But they looked around during the CHIPS Act and thinking about supply chain and security, and oh my God, we need domestic foundries. And it was like, who do we have? I was like, oh no, all we have is Intel, right? At least, maybe not at the time.
Samsung, TSMC, they've got some U.S. manufacturing, but Intel is on a whole different scale.
But Intel's fortunes even worsened since the CHIPS Act.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I think very few people anticipated, arguably nobody anticipated, how much Intel's core business of data center and PC chips would erode because, I mean, when you got OpenAI showing up, driving people's imagination and expectation of what AI is going to do, and you've got the data center investment shifting so quickly to AI chips, that's money that Intel's not getting.
Maybe we could sell our stake in Intel to NVIDIA and just get out of this whole state.
I mean, it just popped. Right now, it can make a tidy profit.
Yeah, it is
make everyone happy.
Hopefully, we're in it for a longer haul than that.
Who us?
Yeah.
We don't want the government in, do we?
Nobody asked me. But I'm just saying, if you're going to say America's behind Intel, it'd be awfully odd.
Do we still have the warrants in the airlines we got in 2020 when we bailed them out? I mean, it's like, stuff's sitting around in the government. It's not material to the government's budget, but it's big for the companies.
It is. I'm just wondering whether the stock's up because, in dribs and drabs, looks like Intel's going to be around, at least, at this point.
If for no other reason, you want to see Intel and NVIDIA's names together in a friendly press release if you're an Intel investor or an algo.
Is that really worth that? Of course, it's $7 on Intel isn't what it used to be.
Taiwan sent me down a touch. I mean, I doubt it's, super important to them, but interesting, the pieces moving around here. AMD indicated down 4.5%.